There once was a man named Gold Roger, who was king of the pirates. He had fame, power, and wealth beyond your wildest dreams. Before they hung him from the gallows, these were the final words he said.
My fortune is yours for the taking, but you'll have to find it first. I left everything I own in one piece.
Ever since, pirates from all over the world set sail for the Grand Line, searching for one piece, the treasure that would make their dreams come true.
Yeah!
Don't give it up, baby. Don't give it up, Zolo. Don't give it up now, baby. Don't give it up, give it up, give it up, give it up, give it up.
How the story goes, we find out by the treasure in the Grand Line. There's no doubt. The pirate whose eye is on it, he'll sing. I'll be king of the pirates. I'm gonna be king.
Don't give it up, baby. Don't give it up, Zolo. Don't give it up, baby. Don't give it up, Zolo.
Oh, hi there. You might be wondering who I am. You might be wondering where you are right now. That's normal. It's fine. Everyone gets a little... Oh, hold on. We gotta just hold on.
What should I do today?
Every once in a while, I like to, you know, just take a break, play some video games. Oh, I just leveled up there. So today I'm going to probably just walk around, you know, greet all the villagers. I'm playing Rune Factory 4, in case you're curious. Right now I'm just farming all of the things I need to. Here I'm going to cut some wood. You're going to hear the nice wood cracking sounds as soon as I hit the wood. Here I go. Fantastic. Incredible. The fun is endless. So now we're just going to grab these 3 blocks of wood here, run on up. Ooh, it looks like one escaped. Not anymore. You're going to go with the rest of your family. So now what's very important I forgot to do. I need to get my watering can out here. There we go. I'm just going to water all of my... Oh, it's raining. I don't even need... So you can hear the rain. Just right... That's it. My luck is just never ending. So now, It's about 10 o'clock, or 1 o'clock, sorry, in the game. And I'm going to go over to this guy's house. Well, that was a very interesting conversation I just had with that fine young lady. So now, I think I'm going to try and, do a dungeon. I think I'm going to go and give this dungeon my best shot. And I just want to have you all here to cheer me on when the time comes, you know? So here I go. There we go. This is going pretty good. You can hear the sound of my spear thrusting into their empty flesh. I say empty flesh kind of as an aneurysm. That doesn't make any sense. But the thing is, that's the point of this game. Jesus Christ. That's the point of this game, is that they are empty-souled, as in they are pretty much bags of flesh, just empty and hollow inside. Just like, it's kind of like human existence if you take a minute to think about it. So here I go across the bridge. Now I did beat the dungeon, so I'm going to teleport back to my home. I'm going to go talk to my anime girlfriend, you know it. So I'm just going to go in here. Oh, she is tending the flower shop today, that's very good. That makes her easy to find. Ooh, this is unfortunate. I forgot to bring her favorite food, which is apple juice. So it looks like I'm gonna have to say hello. Oh, that was a very interesting conversation we just had. Now, the thing about that is that now that that's over, I need to go and go to my house. Maybe I'll just get some in my refrigerator. Let's see. It appears I do not have the right meal in my refrigerator. So, that's very unfortunate. But it looks like I'll just have to cut it short here because, you know, if you don't have the food, you can't feed the food to the person. Nothing you can do about that. That's life. It's an endless struggle. Sometimes we win. Most of the time we lose. I'd like to join you in applauding this nice little break from the music I've been creating recently. Remember to enjoy the rest of the album. Zaggle me on Zoog, support me on Patreon, follow me on Twitter, tweet me on Zaggle, Patreon me on 16plus.org, and find me on Christian Mingle. My name is Subs for Dubs, Cubs for Love.16. Welcome, and congratulations for making it to Interlude number 2. Today in this very exciting episode, we're going to talk about Serial Experiments Lain. If you don't know, Serial Experiments Lain is a show about a girl named Serial Experiments Lain. Her parents hated her, that's why, and actually the show itself is about her crippling depression from her parents' lack of love and affection. That's kind of where it's kind of a play on words with her name and her, her happenstances at the time. It's very sad, actually. You may have heard from someone, I don't know, some misinformed peoples. The show is hard to get. It could be inaccessible is a term often thrown around at the drop of a hat when it comes to Serial Experiments Lain. But I wouldn't say that. I would not at all. The thing about Lain is that you just need to be in the moment to understand the past, present, and future. You need to be here to understand now when it will be then. Now, I don't know how I can put it clearer than that, but Lain somehow does it, okay? That's the thing. It takes all these big, grand concepts that you would never expect to see in an anime about dealing with crippling depression, and it kind of like sends them into a big mixer bowl, and that big old mixer bowl just shoots it out like a grainy liquid poop right into a bowl, and that bowl is you. Okay, you are the bowl that Lain poop flies right on it. Lain poop is knowledge, by the way. That's not canonically proven, but I hear so believe that it's the facts and truth. That's not the only thing, though. I mean, later on, about 6 episodes in, you learn that Lain's dad is actually the creator of the Serial Experiments. Now, what I didn't tell you before is that the Serial Experiments were actually a type of weird experiments to raise children to have psychokinetic telepathic powers. Lain was a failed attempt at this, which is very, very interesting. That's why her parents actually loathe and despise her, like the worthless trash she is. But she had an anomaly in her body. Those kids weren't meant to feel love. But Lain feels love, and that is not welcome in the society that they live in. And I think that's kind of just like a weird parallel it draws to humanity today, that we're so busy focusing on our abilities as one, that we all become serial experiments. She wakes up one day, and I think it's episode 27, and her computer. She's not very good at computers. Her computer is broken, and she doesn't know what to do with it, and she gets really mad. The computer actually levitates and flies out the window. So we are seeing here that she has emotions, which is not correct for a serial experiment. Yet when she unleashes those stronger emotions, her telekinetic powers kind of come back out in full force. Now that is very, very interesting. A very nice plot point I think they added in there. Really adds development to the story and the characters. Now, all I've talked about is Serial Experiment Lain, but there are more characters. There's her best friend, Joanne Lain Dunfield, and the thing about her is that Joanne Lain maybe is not the best person. It's a very, very interesting kind of combination between someone who's born, raised correctly, but it happens to be bad. It's a nature versus nurture type of thing, and it's very, very interesting that they would, throw up some old school philosophy in this. And I find that to be very entertaining to just a broad audience, because you have a relatable character like Lain, whose parents despise her and just don't understand how she feels, coping with her new found telepathic powers. And then you have the not so relatable characters, such as her other friend, Tycho Mania Bebop, who is, kind of just, normal raised, plays video games every day. I mean, you can't really relate with someone like that. So, I mean, some of the characters are really, really in-depth. Some of the characters are, kind of iffy, but, I think that Alien Boy actually in episode 8 really, really picks up the slack where Lain left it off. And that's kind of the thing. The show really, really changes suit at around the episode 72 mark. Now, Alien Boy is introduced in episode 8, but episode 72 is when he really steps up and takes a bigger role. And he actually represents the inner struggle of man against their own psyche, because he's smarter than man, so he's a bit, more mentally advanced. And that's really the complex thing, because you have man's thought cycle and man's knowledge pitted against man itself. And I think that's just a very interesting way of throwing characters right on top of each other, right in the thick of things. Very interesting. So that would be just some thoughts and feelings of Serial Experiments Lain. I hope you enjoyed the very, very final thoughts. My final thoughts. I had some time to think on this. I do recommend watching it a few times. And yeah, I really do hope you kill yourself.